Yo, people, then what's good? This man like Jamo. Just a quick one today. We got some more SSD power from the guys at BIWIN. Now, just cast your mind back a little piece. Man, met them at CES 2025 earlier on in the year. They showed me some of their storage solutions, and they were kind enough to send me down some SSDs. I think they even sent me down another one, which I put in my PS5, and literally it's been running in my PS5 with no issue. But a lot of people don't know about this brand, so I thought I would try another one of their SSDs. We're going to try it in my MSI GE78 Raider. I've got a PCIe 5 SSD in there already, but it's only 1 TB, fam. So we're going to put another 4 TB in there, even though this is PCIe Gen 4, and we're going to just put some games on it kind of thing, use it as a storage SSD and see how it goes, innit? Alright, people, now I've saved you the hassle of getting my GE78 naked, and you can just see how it is already. And we're actually lucky because we've got 2 bays in this laptop chassis. No wonder, because it's so massive. Now, bear in mind, if you've also got a GE78, remember that the bay closest to the battery is the Gen 4 bay, and the bay, well, this other bay is basically a Gen 5 bay, innit? I only found that out the hard way because I put the Gen 5 bay SSD into the Gen 4 bay and it was only giving me Gen 4 speeds. Whereas when I put it into this bay, it started giving me Gen 5 speeds. Now, anyway, and oh, this is what it looks like, guys. Just in case you wanted to see what the SSD looks like. Got a nice little logo on there on the front. On the back, it's just got that kind of stuff there. You can pause the video and read that if you want to. But literally, all we're going to do is we're going to slot that in. Oh, can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. We're going to slot that in there. We've got the screw in there, and we're gonna give it a one time. Boom, we're in, fam. And that's basically it, guys. Let me just get this little case back on the laptop. Right, now that we've got the SSD all installed, it's not going to show up straight away. So it's important that we actually go into disk partition or disk management and initialize the disk. Now, I'm going to just do it as a GPT partition. Don't know what that means, but it just makes it work. You just go to new simple volume, click on that, and that will make the disk exist on the computer. We'll put it under E. There we go. We'll just call it, let me call it BIWIN. BIWIN 4TB. 4TB. Can I put that many characters there? There we go. BIWIN 4TB. Quick format. Do your thing. And there we go. We now have BIWIN 4 TB in the computer, just like that. Here we go. Nice little 4 TB, ever empty space. Let's give it a little test. Now for the speed test, because I know you guys love a synthetic benchmark. And we're getting 7,000 on the read speeds test, which is pretty much decent. It's what I expected, and it's what the man are advertising on the SSD as well. And for writing, we're getting like over 6,000 speed MBS. So, yeah, not bad in the synthetic benchmarks anyway. Alright, let's see what the transfer speeds are saying. Man's got a little 2,000 megabyte per second SSD here, external thing. Let's drag and drop it to the internal BIWIN 4 TB thing. Yeah, there you go. Press OK on that. Let's see how long this takes now. I think that's 1.2 TB as well. 1.2 TB, but 1.2 TB in 30 minutes? I guess that's decent. I guess that ain't too bad. And that's a whole Steam folder with all the games, fam. Not the worst. Not the worst. Obviously being bottlenecked by the speed of the external SSD here. But yeah, as I said, not the worst speeds for transferring. Alright, now just a little normal test, not really scientific at all. I'm gonna just load up Horizon Zero, no, not Zero Dawn, it's actually Forbidden West from Steam on the computer and just see how long it takes for me to get in the game from pressing start game, from literally booting the game up from Steam. On older SSDs or like on slow devices, it might take me up to a minute, but you'll see here that within literally just over 30 seconds, man is in the game and we're ready to play, fam. Like, we're ready to go. Apart from my controller being a bit dodgy, I might skip this a little bit forward. But as you can see, we're actually ready to go and play the game, fam. Let's try another game real quick. Now, if we're doing unscientific game startup tests, you know we gotta run Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, because as far as I know, it's the first game where a developer said, wow, we've got Gen 4 SSD technology, let's use it to our advantage in the game. And just over 30 seconds, we're in there, from pressing start game to being in the actual gameplay screen. We're there, fam. No lag, no latency, no gameplay issues, just smooth Ratchet and Clank gameplay. And again, it just shows, fam, when the developers clocked that PCIe 4.0 SSD technology was here, they were like, let's use that proper to our advantage on the PS5, let alone using it to their advantage on the PC port, fam. So yeah, another wicked game in my personal opinion to just try out on your new SSD. Now, also try to load up the first God of War game that was ported to PC from the PS5 or PlayStation 4. I don't know if it was having a bad day or something, but somehow it took nearly 45 seconds to load from me pressing start on Steam to being within the game. Again, 45 seconds is not terrible. It's just that the startup screens like this, Sony stuff, all this kind of presentation stuff that happens before the game starts, they're just making it long, bruv. Like, just load me into the game, let me play my thing. But obviously, yeah, once it started playing, no issues at all, fam. Running super silky smooth on that SSD, as it would do if you installed the SSD into a PS5 and played God of War on that SSD on the PS5, fam. So yeah, no issues there. Obviously, game played very well. I'm quite impressed. I can't lie. Not too mad. Not too mad at it at all. Anyway, people, I guess I can't tell you whether this is the best SSD in the world or not, but I can tell you, literally for the purpose of banging out games, for storing stuff, and for it just working and using as an operating system SSD, it more than can work. And that's literally all I'm getting SSD for in the first place. You guys saw the scores. If you want to have a look at those again, rewind the video. But yeah, man, as far as it is an SSD, it's doing its job. And big shout out to the guys at BIWIN for sending it down for me to have a little test. And make sure you like and follow and subscribe for more content like this.